The topic I've chosen to do on the voiceover for our middle adulthood chapter is successful marriages, and we'll also have a threaded discussion on this week. Ellen Friedman is one of my favorite authors. She has two books that I've enjoyed, Light His Fire and Light Her Fire. Her advice is for married couples to have a date once a week, for them to spend a weekend alone once every 2 months, and for them to take a week-long vacation. Did any of your parents model this to you? Even though in today's society it would be very hard to do, many of our families struggle to take a family vacation every year, let alone for the married couple to have a week-long vacation together. But can you see the value of this? I bet we would sure see a lot fewer divorces if couples would make their relationship a priority and do just these three things. Your book says that to have a good marriage, many couples state that their spouse is their best friend, so you need to marry your best friend. And if you don't marry them, hopefully you can spend enough time with them that you will become their best friend. And they also view marriage as a long-term commitment. And they believe that their spouse is growing more interesting over the years. Hopefully you've grown more interesting over the years. Couples need to focus on things for themselves so that they can better themselves as persons, therefore bettering themselves for their spouse. And then most feel that their sex lives are great, although the frequency goes down. Many say there are 3 C's to a great marriage: commitment, communication, and compromise, along with love, patience, trust, and honesty. The ultimate relationship would possess all of those qualities. They say that the #1 reason that couples get divorced is unrealistic expectations. If couples would realize that their lives together were not going to be like their honeymoon forever, then they might try harder to work things out. We have real lives, and we have to learn to work issues out together. Yes, marriages do take work, and we need to find creative ways to keep the spark in them. Many couples who get a divorce say they wish they would have stuck it out, because when they remarried, they had the same problems as before. Plus, if children were involved, they had to work out sharing of the children and all that entails. The book agrees that holding realistic expectations is so important in a successful marriage. Also, we need to focus on the positive. Attitude is everything. And compromise, and then avoid suffering in silence. What this means is that if you are struggling, share this with your partner so that they can help you work through it. So why do marriages unravel? Unfortunately, we have busy lives and we end up spending less time together. More concern over personal happiness. You have to put your partner first. Unfortunately, divorce is more socially acceptable, so there's not the stigma that there once was with being divorced. Women feel less dependent on their husbands, and women do need to be independent of their husband. They need to have lives of their own. But we also need to understand that we have to have one another. And then again, keep the spark in your relationship. Read Ellen Friedman's book on Light His Fire and Light Her Fire, so that your romantic, passionate feelings do not have to fade over time. And then hopefully that will solve the issue of infidelity. We can buck the trend. Unfortunately, though, those over 50, the divorce rate is increasing. Although nationwide, divorce rate is slightly decreasing. So that's a goal that we can all try to attain to help decrease the divorce rates in the United States.